morning, it's our fourth multiplication mayhem. I am here with my little helper. Do you want to give a wave? It gets very messy and loud in our house because everyone's playing and learning and exploring all together. So we've come outside, hopefully for some peace and quiet, to practice our 7, 9 and 11 times tables. Sometimes they can be a bit tricky and a bit of a challenge, but I've got some tips and some activities that you can do with your parents later as well that might help you with that. Now, have you been filling in your multiplication mayhem wheel? Because it is almost a car. Yeah, that was a car. It was almost done, and we are about to hit our final day tomorrow. So if you've been practicing, make sure you're colouring it in. But don't worry if it takes you a little bit longer. The certificate will be there waiting for you when you've filled in your wheel. So without much further ado, let's get to some practice. So the 11 times table sounds like it's going to be tricky, but if you've ever seen a list of the multiples of the 11 times tables, it's quite easy to work out. The 9 times table has a lot of patterns as well. If you add the 2 digits at the end of each answer, try that out and you'll be able to spot a pattern appearing. Also, and if your grown-ups don't know this one, there is a trick that you can do with your fingers to figure out the 9 times tables, and I put a link in the description below to give you some tips on how to do that at home. So today we're going to focus on the 7 times table in our practice because that's the trickiest. There's a reason why it's the trickiest. One, it's a prime number, which means 7 can only be divided by 1 and itself, but also there are no patterns in it, partly because it's a prime number. So it's hard to use patterns to answer this. And because it's a bigger number, like 3 is a prime number, but because it's got quite small steps, it's quite easy to remember. 7 is a little bit of those bigger steps that make it tricky. So I want to show you one way that I solve the 7 times table when it gets a bit tricky. So our 7 times table, we can make it a bit easier by thinking about breaking it down into other times tables that we already know. So if you were in a shop and you had to pay 7p for something, you would use a 2p and a 5p. So we're going to use a 5 times table and the 2 times table to help us. So if I had to do 7 times 3, 7 multiplied by 3, instead I could do 5 times 3, which is 15, and 2 times 3, which is 6, and add those together, which gets me to 21. So 7 times 3 is 21. So let's try that again before our plates get destroyed. So 7 times 6 is the same as saying 5 times 6 and 2 times 6 added together. 5 times 6 is 30, and 2 times 6 is 12. 30 add 12. Oh, there's a woodlouse down here as well. 30 add 12 is 42. So 7 times 6 is 42. Let's try it one more time. So now we've got 7 times 8, a bit of a tricky one, but we can break that down to 5 times 8 and 2 times 8. 5 times 8 is 40, and 2 times 8 is 16. We add those both together. 40 add 16 is 56. So 7 times 8 is 56. Okay, you think you've got it? Maybe you can have a go at a few yourselves. We're going to have a quiz now, so get ready, see who's going to win. Is it going to be the excellent Ezras or the amazing Amelias? Hi, welcome to another quiz. Today it's called Is It Ripe or Is It Rotten? Got lots of juicy apples. Some are ripe, those are the ones that you want. Some are rotten, you do not want those. So you'll answer the question on the screen. You choose which level you want to answer, and then depending on whose team you've decided that you're going to be on, whose team should they be on? You might want to be on the excellent Ezras or the amazing Amelias. And then you will see if they can get you a ripe apple. Okay, so the first question is coming up for the amazing Amelias. Here it is. The answers are going to pop up now. Amelia, point to the apple you want to pick. This one. Is it ripe or is it rotten? Let's see. It's ripe. Well done. You've got a juicy ripe apple. Next question is coming up on your screen. Let's see. Here are the answers. Ezra, can you point to the one that you want? This one?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Let's see, is it ripe or is it rotten? It is, rotten. We don't want those apples around here. Put those out in the compost. Right, next question is coming up on your screen. And there are the answers. If you got it right, Amelia's going to pick an apple for you. Which one? Just point to it. You, Shuey, go for this one. Sit back so I can take it off and we can see. Is it ripe or is it rotten? It's ripe. You've got 2 ripe apples. Well done. Next question's coming up for the X and Ezra's team. There are your answers. Ezra, which one are you going to pick? There's one behind Amelia there as well. Are you going for this one down here? This one. Okay. Is it ripe or is it rotten? Let's see. It's, oh no! Another rotten one! Uh-oh. Move across, Ezra, so everyone can see.
Oh, I thought all the red ones would be white.
No, that's just because my printer ink's running out and they're different colours. Sit up here so everyone can see. Right, next question for the amazing Amelias. It's coming on your screen now. Have a think. Here are the answers. Right, Amelia, which one are you going to do? Just point at one. She's going for this one. Can it be 3 in a row? Let's ask that question. Is it ripe or is it rotten? It's ripe again. 3 juicy apples. Right, we have 3 apples left. Next question is coming on your screen now. And the answer's popping up. Ezra, which one of those 3 apples are you going to choose? The middle one? Are you sure? Is it ripe or is it rotten? It's rotten again! No! I've never seen this happen ever before. Wow. Right, next question is coming up. And there are your answers. Well done if you got it right. Amelia, which one are you going to choose? This one. Now, it looks like the amazing Amelias have won, but let's see if they can make it 4 in a row. Are you ready? Is it ripe or is it rotten? It's ripe! 4 apples. Last question for the Ezra. See if they can make it 4 in a row for the rotten apples. Right. Here are your questions. There are the answers. Ezra, which one are you going to pick?
This is the last one.
Oh, okay. You best pick that one then. Right. Is it ripe or is it rotten? Let's see. It's ripe! Finally! 1 ripe apple. Good try, everybody. It's time for a puzzle, so today I want you to meet my friend Brenda. Now Brenda is a little bit shy. She doesn't like people to know how old she is, but she does love maths, so she's decided to give you a clue. So this year, Brenda's age was a multiple of 8. Next year, Brenda's age is going to be a multiple of 7. How old is she? Have a go, figure it out. The answer, don't peek, is in the box below. Thank you so much for watching today. Tomorrow is our last day of Multiplication Mayhem. It's going to be our final day. And it might be a little bit different tomorrow, so join in. It's promised that it's going to get a little bit messy, and we're just going to have a bit of fun reviewing some of the times tables we've been practicing today. So have a great day, and we'll see you later.